Now, just for fun, I'm going to run my function finder. And this is going to show me a couple of the functions that I have. So I'm going to click on this. I'm also going to click graph selected function. So you'll notice there are two functions here that are listed under my program. And it says my main function is here, 08048 And so now I know where that is. All right, so that's just a convenient way to get out of all of that system code, if you will. So here is where my actual program starts. And here's my main function. And if I look just above it, I'll find my other function. So what I want to do now is I want to skip over all of that code because I have a whole bunch of system code that's overhead. And I want to just set a breakpoint here. So notice I have a little red dot. I will go ahead and just run the program until it hits here. So now I'm here at the start of my program. And what does my program do? What does my function do? So let's step through this. And we're going to particularly pay attention to the stack and see what the stack is going to do. So I'm going to load the effective address of whatever is stored in the stack plus 4 to ECX. So here I have a memory address just loaded. I'm going to AND the stack pointer with this value. I'm going to basically round it. So you'll notice that the last digit is now a 0. I'm going to push a double word that is located at ECX minus 4 onto the stack. I'm going to push EBP onto the stack, so I'm going to preserve EBP. So notice that 0 has showed up here. I'm going to push ECX onto the stack. Another address. I'm going to subtract hex 14 or 20 from the stack. This is making space for some local variables, etc. So notice my stack just grew. I'm going to move ECX to EAX. And now I'm going to move this value to my stack EBP minus 10, minus 16 actually, 10 hex. And it tells me here that this points to the ASCII value main function. So this is saying, hey, this is a local variable. So let me go ahead and step. And you'll notice that that has been moved onto the stack. It's right here. I will move this value. This was my integer, 11223344, onto the stack. So let me step again. Here it is. Now I'm going to move into EAX, EAX plus 4. I'm going to add 4. And I'm going to move what's pointed to EAX. So that's a big 0. I'm going to subtract C from ESP. I'm going to make some more space. I'm going to push EAX. And now I'm going to call function. So here I was getting ready to call function. So what did I do? Function takes one parameter, and I took that one parameter and I pushed it onto the stack. So let me go ahead and trace into this function, and we'll see what happens here. So here in function, I start out by saving state. So again, I'm going to push EBP. I'm going to move my stack pointer to EBP. I'm going to subtract hex 38 now. I need a little bit more space. I'm going to move to EAX, EBP plus 8, whatever is stored there. And what's stored there is 0. So now what's going to happen here is this program is actually going to crash. And the reason it's going to crash is recall that we were supposed to pass it a command line parameter, which we didn't do. So I wanted to show you how this works one time through without doing it the right way, and then we'll come back and we'll do it the right way. So now I'm going to move this value of 0 onto the stack. Here it is, right there, just appeared. And I'm going to move another value into EAX. And I'm going to move another value onto the stack. So here it is, that address. Going to do an exclusive OR with EAX in itself. This essentially zeroes out EAX. And I'm going to move a couple more values onto the stack. So I'm going to move a pointer to this value that stores conjunction function. It's one of my local variables. So here it is. It says ASCII conjunction function. I'm going to store the value dead beef here. And now I'm going to subtract 8 from the stack. So my stack just grew. I'm going to push some values onto the stack. I'm going to get the effective address of EBP minus hex 16. And I'm going to load that into EAX. So let me go ahead and do that. Here's my address, FFA13F22. I'm going to push EAX onto the stack. And now I'm going to call stir copy. Now this is going to fail. It's going to fail because I didn't give it anything to copy. And sure enough, it says the debugged application encountered a segmentation fault. The address 0 does not appear to be mapped. If you'd like to pass the exception to the application, press this. And I really don't have to because I knew it was going to die.